During settings screen you have 28 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success, come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And we will get a look at their sixth-year signal caller.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Irving here from the gun. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they find him after just a yard. It's third down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll get them enough for a first down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know a successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
They stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Once again, Irving. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Here he goes, third and long. On the move into the red zone. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Chiefs first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
First down, and they go right back to it. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Set, hut. 10 black.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
So that delay backs him up 5. Now 2nd and 15 to go.
Set. 52 blue. Hut.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So a tough... Now, this is 3rd and 9. Now 1 second before they call delay a game, a timeout comes in. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Ready up.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Here we go. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Here's the snap on 4th. Throw caught by his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off. Good opening drive to this point. They've got another 1st down at the 34. Here's the handoff. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win.
On the ready.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Set, set.
Back now, pressure coming. Called in by Arroyo on the right side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Working inside the red zone. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback. The Buccaneers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. They give to Irving to start this drive. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Right back to Irving now. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Irving gets it on the draw. Great decision to bounce this outside. Brock gets him about 8 yards on the run. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. He's out in the clear. Through the middle. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Chiefs and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They get 37 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Let's ready.
Back to the well again. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves a whole playbook wide open for you.
33, yellow. Hut.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Trying to work quickly now.
4 yards.
Ready?
It's now
Another carry for him. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. They're working quickly here.
down just shy of the goal line. A gain of a yard.
They'll run it up the gut. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Chiefs can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on fourth and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on fourth down.
Here's Luke for the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short.
Hey,
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. They give to Irving, left side. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
At the 37-yard line.
ready, check.
Well, they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's second and 13.
Let's go now. Check.
They work against the blitz. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. It has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Arrowhead on the other side. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. On the give, this is Irving. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
This is Irving on second. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he won't get back to the line, Bronk. They needed 1, but they're going to lose 1 on that play. It's 4th down. Now the Buccaneers bringing out their field goal team. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for 1 play. Man, it's going to be a field goal try. This from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
Just really nice execution on his part to convert there. For the kicker to pay off, really the execution of his teammates. You work so much on situational opportunities those minutes before halftime, and they maximized it.
And it looks like we're going to have time for 1 more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Down. Black, 95. Ready.
Throwing here just before halftime. He's going deep this time. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. 10 weeks have come and gone. The temperature's starting to dip a little bit here in November. Lots to show you. Let's talk about it. Our journey around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the AFC South. And this is the visiting team's quarterback. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Condors continue to roll. It's been 2 months since their last loss. This win today makes it 8 straight victories. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And it's one of the most dangerous playmakers in the NFL, Jahmyr Gibbs. He gets past the first wave of the defense, and the race is on. Lastly, let's go out to the desert, Glendale, Arizona. The Cardinals taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is the quarterback of the Dolphins. It's a touchdown pass from 3 yards out. The Dolphins get their 3rd win as they come away with the victory. With that, time for a look at the rest of the action going on here in week number 11 in the NFL's regular season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these 2 sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hand out to the back. They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Ready?
Here's a throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Throw is caught by the back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive.
Ready?
There's a dive up the middle. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
White. Let's go now. Hut.
They're throwing it. Finds him on the slant. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Oh, love this. Giving it to the big guy on 3rd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I think some of us watching that in real time might not have been sure. He sure was. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first, and he popped right away, signaling that he had it.
On 1st down, they'll run. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
He steps in and makes the interception. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Their own 27-yard line.
Bronco switch.
Drive begins with a run by Irving. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game.
And no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory.
Ready.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
30. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
45. White. Set.
Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Hut.
Running this one left. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
A loss of 1.
Ready?
Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And this one stopped fairly close to that 1st down. Good challenge, but they face 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Drive 2. Set.
Looking to throw. He rolls to his right. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
Ready.
They'll run here on first down. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Down. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Give now to the running back. And 2 yards are all he can get. It's 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
Check pink.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we set.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. He stopped just before he can move those chains. That brings up 4th and short.
The 11-yard line.
He puts together a gain of 2, and we are at the end of our 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Set, hut. Black 40.
Desperation time here. Brought in. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Now a try to go up by 4. Put it out of the range of a field goal. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead.
Chiefs 21. Buccaneers 17. Tyler Luke.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. It almost feels now like a must-score drive.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First
Hey,
down.
hey.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Wide open down the field, and he has it! That's a Tampa Bay touchdown! The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3.
Chiefs 21.
Bucks get lined up, and they will kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, 6, mega, red, 38, hut.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing now off the play action. Caught, nice gain left side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Not in the time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway.
Set.
Here's the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
He was taken down behind
Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here,
At
ready.
the 32-yard line.
Back to the well again. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a fourth-quarter lead. The extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead.
Chiefs 28, Buccaneers 24. Tyler Luke set to kick
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This return starts at the 5. Jukes away from one. He'll head out of bounds on the return. Here come the Bucs on offense now. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him on the crossing route. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down. Dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, second and 10.
It's now second and 10.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Mario Douglas, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Back to throw it. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. That one intended for Demario Douglas. So that brings up fourth and long. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Secures this at the 17. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Chiefs are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Right up the gut. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's third down now. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. It's his running back. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. So first down from the 41.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready, ready. 45, one. Ready, ready.
Plowing up the middle. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Come on, set, ready.
There's the handoff. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now lead by 10. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11.
Chiefs 35, Buccaneers 4.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's going to take this return out of bounds. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40.
A gain of 15. And the Buccaneer first
Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Calling by Douglas over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Working fast as that clock ticks down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
They are throwing it again. He's got it over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Throw left side. Complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
Buccaneers. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And he spikes it to stop the clock just before we reach that 40-second mark. Just over 40 seconds to play as they line up. 2nd and 10. He's dropping back to throw. They'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Cracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
So they take the field goal right there, Kate. That's the right play. I think you've got to make that decision, especially with no timeouts left. Now comes the critical kick. I think an onside kick is coming right here.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Black, 95. Ready?
Now give left side. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hut, hut.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he has the Chiefs first down there, Brock. And the celebration can begin as they can run out the clock now on this one. And the whistles go off, so we got a timeout. 9 seconds left in the game.
4-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 10 black.
Rolling back, hits the handoff. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout.
2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Set.
They give it to him again. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from